Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. And within this podcast, we're going to focus on self-improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We're also going to hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Today is day 96 of my journey. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run 365 days out of the year, all outside, bearing the elements, whatever they may bring. I also challenged myself to run 1,250 miles within that time frame. This is only my second year running. Within my first year running, I was able to run 1,000 miles, and I was able to run about 180 days within a year. So this will be a 25% step up in miles and a 100% step up in the amount of days I'll be running. I'm also running my first ever 50K trail race this year in Yankee Springs, Michigan in June. Really looking forward to that, and I'm in the middle of my training for that as well right now. Had a little bit of a slowdown with my new daughter being born, but trying to really kick back into gear. Also have my first officially timed marathon coming up in October. That is the Detroit Free Press Marathon. Really looking forward to that race as well. Last year I was able to run an unofficially timed marathon with my buddy Joe. I finished that in about 5 hours and 22 minutes. So I'm hoping to finish my 50K this year within that time frame, and to really shave off at least an hour to an hour and a half in my marathon time. Other than that, guys, though, let's just kind of talk about some miles. Today I have yet to run. It is day 96. I do plan on getting out there. I'm going to do a night run, though, tonight and try to blow off a little bit of steam. For sure, I'm going to do at least a 3.6, but I may do a 6.7 depending how I feel when I get to the turning point of go left and make it a 6 or go right and make it a 3. So we'll figure that out, but I'm just going to do a rough estimate of miles after I finish today, and we're just going to do the 3-point estimation mile. So we're going to estimate that I do 3.6 today, and that will put me at 10.5 for the week. That will put me at 26 for the month, and that would put me at 91, 391 for the year. All right. So that would be the estimated miles after today. Now let's kind of talk about monthly miles. In order for me to hit my yearly mile and yearly goal of 1,250, I realized I would have to average at least over 100 miles a month. So I decided every month I would do a 100-mile challenge in honor of different charities and fundraisers. In January, February, and March, we were able to surpass all 100-mile challenge, and we were able to raise money for the American Cancer Society, the Detroit Black Community Food Security Network, and Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. The Dolly Parton's Imagination Library March fundraiser is still currently going on until tomorrow. That is the last day for donations to that. Other than that, though, we are currently in April, and like I said, we're sitting at 26 miles, so a quarter of the way done in the amount of miles that need to be done for this month. And we have raised so far $40 for Autism Speaks. April is Autism Awareness Month, so I really wanted to make sure I did a fundraiser that was going to reflect on that, on autism, to make sure that we can raise money for autism this month, especially it being Autism Awareness Month. So I chose Autism Speaks. You can find the link to donate to that on the Defining Discipline Instagram and Facebook story, as well as my personal pages, Instagram and Facebook story. You just click on the link. It'll open another page on Facebook where you can make your donations. And don't think that only if you can only donate $5 that it's not worth it, because you don't want to donate that little amount of money. The littlest amount goes a long way here, guys. So anything you guys can donate, it helps out a lot. $5, $10, $1, anything, it helps. If you guys can't donate, though, and you still do want to help, the best thing you guys can do is share this fundraiser so other people that are on your timeline that may not be on my timeline can see it and they'll be able to donate, and we can raise money for Autism Speaks here in the month of April. Quick update, you may have noticed a background change video-wise, and the audio may sound a little bit different within the past 15 to 30 seconds. Just wanted to give the update that had a quick interruption while filming upstairs, so I had to move it downstairs in the middle of the episode, so I'm splicing the two together to make the full episode. That's just a quick update so you guys know why the audio may sound different and why the background has changed within the middle of the episode. That being said, though, I think, like I told you, the miles already, the estimated miles, sitting at 26 for the month, and gonna do 3.6 today, tonight here, a night run. Might really pump out some miles, go hard, just because I'm having a heck of a day today, guys. Other than that, though, let's just kind of get right into today's episode 96. Let's talk about it. Today I decided I wanted to talk about harmony. And what harmony is notes, as in musical notes. When you combine them together to create a chord, it is harmonious. It sounds good. It flows. It just belongs. You can tell they connect. They have something that brings them together that just makes everything sound. It just sounds right. You can tell. 99.9% of all the music you listen to has harmony in it, and there's a reason, because that's why it's music. That's why it sounds good. That's why it is where it's at. So I want to talk about that, the musical idea, but also put it into a metaphorical idea about life and things like that, because we try to make our lives as harmonious as possible, that all the outside elements to combine to make a perfect, easy flow that that sounds good, that is blissful, that is nice. But there are all kinds of different harmonies. There are there's major harmonies, there's minor harmonies, there's flats, there's sharps. So there's all these different kind of sounds, and you could say, everyone has their own style and their own preference of types of music they like, sad music, happy music. So there's different kinds of harmonies. But the idea is that when you bring separate notes together, separate ideas, separate entities, separate people that blend well and can bounce ideas and bounce things off each other very well. When you have that perfect harmony, things just work in unison. Things just work perfectly. So I think you can think of harmony in the aspect of music, but you can think of it in all different ways. The people you associate yourself with, the things you consume, food wise, alcohol wise, drug wise, TV wise, just culture wise, the things that you like to take in, all creates a certain kind of harmony within your body. And I think that harmony kind of resonates with maybe also your emotions and your feelings. So sometimes when you are more depressed, your harmony may be in more of that like I said, more of a minor key maybe, and more of a flats and sharps and things that kind of stick out more, and where it still is in a little bit of a balance and it still harmonizes, but there's still just something maybe not right about it. Or you could maybe be very deep into a depression where nothing is harmonizing in your life. But I realize that one thing, in order for me to stay positive, to stay my course, to continue to just keep grinding and keep focusing and keep moving and to keep pushing every single day, is the idea of that harmony, I realize that I can't just work on one aspect of my life and expect everything to work out. So I realized the significance of the harmony in my life, and that's something that I've been trying to focus on. I'm trying to focus on my health by exercising, but I'm also trying to focus on the harmony by working on my diet. I'm also trying to focus on the harmony by working on my mind and my mentality by trying to read more and study more and be more knowledgeable. I'm trying to pick out all the aspects everywhere and really work on them to be as harmonious as I can as one person. And even on a bigger scale outside of that, I'm trying to harmonize, you know, um, time time is precious. We don't have much time. We can spend our time with certain amounts of people. I love a lot of my friends and I plan to still see a lot of my friends, but there are also people that I'm trying to implement into my life to change my the way I'm living. So I'm trying to harmonize myself in that way as well. I'm trying to bring in more notes, more different people, more different aspects, ideas, and not even necessarily ones that reflect on the ones I reflect on. I'm trying to harmonize with more people that have ideas outside of the ones I have so I can learn more about them and the reasons why they believe the way they believe. And it's helping me harmonize myself. It's helping me develop and become, um, the best version of myself I can. It's like just stacking a chord on top of a chord on top of a chord, and you just have this huge C chord of just every C, C, um, A, G, C, A, G, C, A, G, C, A, G, all the way up the scale. Just, it just, I'm trying to harmonize every aspect of my life. So, um, it's a push and pull game. I really feel like it's kind of a game of balance, push and pull, um, karma, whatever you want to call it. I believe that you really have to work on all of these different aspects to harmonize yourself as one and to really become the best version of yourself you can. So, I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. I just kind of wanted to talk about the idea of harmony and how there's different aspects within our lives that you may not think are connected, but once you kind of realize they are and you try to start making them um, harmonize with each other, you realize how much better off it is for yourself to look at that as the picture as more of a whole instead of focusing on one little aspect of it. So, for today, episode 96, your daily discipline, it is to find the harmony in your life and it is to create harmony in your life. It is to find all the aspects in your life and to work at them a little bit each. You know, go to everyone individually and work on them in order to harmonize them all together to be the best version of yourself you can be. So figure out whatever it is. If it has to, even maybe it is music, go out there and harmonize, play some music, get better at what it is you need to do at that point in order to get better at something that is completely the opposite. Everything is attached, everything harmonizes with each other. Sometimes things don't go together in harmonies, but what doesn't go together, maybe those two notes don't go together in that chord, in that certain chord, but those two notes go together in another chord. So there's always ways you can shift around and make things harmonize with each other. So your daily discipline is to harmonize your life. Find harmony in your life today and strive for it every single day. Other than that, though, guys, I want to thank you for listening. 96 episodes, 96 days of running, out there grinding, putting it in the work, feeling really good, staying disciplined. So, if you guys can, please give this podcast a like, a follow, a subscribe, and a share on our Facebook or Instagram, our YouTube, and whatever podcast streaming platforms you listen on. You guys can follow along, send me any questions. I would love to talk with any of you guys. Plan on getting some guests on here soon, so really excited about that. Other than that, though, 96 episodes in the book. Make sure you guys stay disciplined. I am your host, Scott, for the Daily Discipline Podcast, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for episode 97. Peace out.